everybody, welcome to Lauren's Crazy Pet Show. We are so excited. We are at a fabulous fundraiser. It's the Grammys. Is that how you say it though?
The Grammys.
So we're on location today and we are having so much fun, and I have to introduce you to my fabulous guests. First, say hello to Andrea. She is the founder of Proud Rescuers of Puerto Rico with a little baby on her lap. And say hi to Heidi here, who is the founder of Yorkie 911. And this fabulous fundraiser is to benefit both of you. One of the missions of us in Lauren's Crazy Pet Show is to spread the word about groups like you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a fabulous show planned. We're going to talk more about each of these groups, Proud Rescuers of Puerto Rico and Yorkie 911. We're also going to introduce you to a failed foster from Yorkie 911 who is now a basketball player and a poker player. So adorable. Okay, let's talk about this glorious fundraiser. How did you get this idea? It's so great.
We always like to do a theme, and the Grammys were coming up.
And you have so much here. And you also have the most fabulous fashion show with dogs for adoption.
Well, the fashion show was great. The kids were great. It was so much fun.
Adorable, and we talked about some of their stories. We saw the designs by Kevin, who is fabulous, by the way. And each one has such a particular story.
Yeah.
And that's really what the rescues are all about. And you two work together.
Right.
And just, you know, it's Yorkie 911, but you have all sort of different types of dogs. It's not just Yorkies.
Right. We started with knowing the one breed and then just decided, you know, there's so many small breed dogs that need homes. So we started, you know, locally taking dogs in from shelters and a lot of owner surrenders. And then we started working with Andrea about a year ago. So the dogs are being vetted in Puerto Rico so that they could fly, they get their health certificates, and then they come to us. And if they need any additional vetting, we'll do it. Otherwise, they'll go into a foster home and get adopted.
Now, this baby is not for adoption. Who is this?
No, this is Faith Hill, now named Betty White. She was found in an abandoned house by one of our rescuers. She was skin and bones, hardly any hair, and coincidentally, his new mommy is a groomer, so
how perfect.
she looks gorgeous now and is so well taken care of. She is such a precious little girl, but an example of what's happening down there. People are leaving their pets in their homes and letting them fend for themselves.
It's very sad. It's very hard. And Heidi, you have a dog that is for adoption.
Yes, this is Oakley, who unfortunately has not seen the groomer yet. He's a little bit of a scruffy boy, but he's 8 months old, and he's just a sweetheart. He came out of a shelter locally, and he was found as a stray, actually. Somebody picked him up and brought him into the shelter. 8 months old. You can get young dogs. People think with the rescues they're going to only get old dogs or only get sick dogs. We get all different kinds, and again, they might be pure breeds, they might be mixes. It doesn't matter to us. We just want to find them good homes.
I love it. And so that's what this is all about, because you've named your rescues after singers.
Yes. Well, to go with the theme of the Grammys, I went, I've been going to the airport a lot, but one day I was talking to a friend. I said, I have to go to the airport and pick up Mick Jagger. And she's going, get out. I'm like, well, Mick Jagger, the dog.
Yeah. So great. And this is such a beautiful spot here.
You know, they were really good to us. The woman who runs the events here adopted a dog from Yorkie 911 that we brought in from Puerto Rico.
And we see a lot that have come back.
Yes.
And that must really, you know, do you proud.
I'll tell you, a lot of the people who come to these events that we do either have adopted from us or have been supporting us for years.
Fantastic.
So it's nice to see them again, and you know, just knowing that they still support us, it's wonderful.
And this is so much fun. We're just loving it. Okay, so stay tuned, because when we come back, we are going to learn all about Proud Rescuers of Puerto Rico and the wonderful work they do. So don't go anywhere, girls, okay?
Okay.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Lauren's Crazy Pet Show. On location today at the most amazing event. We're having so much fun. You met the wonderful Andrea, who is the founder of Proud Rescuers of Puerto Rico. And I think it's important for everyone to understand and know that you are really on the ground there. You're not only helping dogs, but you're helping cats, and then you bring them back here, and you're helping people who adopt them.
Yes, the people that I actually love doing rescue work because some of the people that I have met through the years have inspired me to do more. They're amazing. The people that adopt, the people that rescue, the women across the island, they're resilient. What they see every day is heartbreaking.
When you see what's going on in Puerto Rico, you understand doubly the importance of what you're all about. So we visited with you this summer. It was warmer. We were hot that day.
Yeah, I had the tank top on.
Let's take a look. The numbers are overwhelming. Since Hurricane Maria, more than 600,000 dogs and puppies and over 1 million cats and kittens are homeless and in dire straits in Puerto Rico. However, there is an organization that's discovered a brilliant way all of us can get involved and truly help. And we are so excited to welcome Andrea, who is the founder of Proud Rescuers of Puerto Rico. You have found a way to connect all of us with people on the ground in Puerto Rico so everybody can get involved in helping and everybody can understand what's going on, because I didn't even have any idea.
Absolutely, Lauren.
So congratulations
Thank
to
you.
Yes.
Thank you. What we did a year ago, we connected the independent rescuers across the island and became a team. So what we do here in New York and Huntington to raise money, to raise awareness so that we can help them vet the dogs, the kittens, horses, pigs, whatever. We try to help whoever we can. Any independent rescue. Right now we're working with about 10 women who go out into the trenches of hell basically every day and see the horrors that are on the streets, the beaches, the highways, abandoned buildings. It's catastrophic. It's unbelievable, and I have been there several times. We started filming a documentary, and we want to bring awareness to the people, the wonderful people of Puerto Rico, the rescuers who are doing this. In the course of a day, I'll get so many emails and Facebook messages from the women of dogs or cats that they found asking for help. Sometimes we don't have the money. I don't have the heart to say no. I say yes to everyone. We'll find the money. And recently we just had a dog who was going to be our poster pup named Bono. Someone had hit him over the back with possibly a 4x4, broke his back. 2 specialists later, we're going to try water therapy. I'm sending him a water vest tomorrow. He is such a sweet dog. He deserves every chance that we can give him. And Amity is the rescuer that I work with in that area, and she found him, and when the 911 came out, she went immediately and picked him up. I know that she has 50 plus dogs in her home. These people are amazing. They open their homes to these rescued dogs and cats and will stay in a small area of their house to support the rescues.
And
So-
often they do the grooming, they do the feeding.
Everything. Well, we have one rescuer that does grooming for all rescues for free. So we try to send her the tools to continue doing her trade for grooming. Monique, she's amazing. And we've teamed up with quite a few really amazing women, and they have all connected with each other across the island. So everybody helps everybody. Who needs a crate? I've got a crate. I can do this. I can get to the airport. A lot of the rescuers, though, not the rescuers that we use, but people that board, we pay for boarding just to get these dogs and cats off the streets. So we have boarding expenses as well, flight expenses, vetting expenses, spay, neuter, shots. And when they're injured or hit by a car, it's even more money.
But again, luckily, because you have been able to put this together, so many of these are getting saved, and that's because of the work that you all are doing. You're homing right here, and we covered a story of one, it was my favorite, Simba.
Oh, Simba, the husky, who was chained 24/7, a 10-month-old beautiful dog. The neighbor would feed him, and she reached out to me, and we started the motion of finding a really good home for him. Of course, vetting first. We got him neutered, his shots, everything, and then we put his adoption post out, and a wonderful family right here on Long Island. 5 kids, and the parents, they loved him from the moment they set eyes on him, and we kept them updated, of course, waiting for the flight, and we actually had to reach out to our Facebook friends to see if anyone could help us with his flight. United air conditioning cargo was $500 one way.
Wow.
And a few people stepped up, but one woman in particular paid for the whole flight.
And now
Yeah.
he's so, I mean, the video you have of him so happy in his new home, it's just amazing. It really says it all.
He is running free range. He's got all these, he's got love surrounding him forever.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, that's one example of the hundreds that you save. You're just doing so much good, and you're able to connect everybody together with those on the ground.
I hope so.
Bravo to you. And
Thank you,
Andrea,
Lauren.
where can people get involved? They can help, they can foster, they can adopt, they can donate.
We need fosters so we can adopt out more dogs, kittens, cats. Of course, donations are very important, but awareness. Talk about Proud Rescuers of Puerto Rico. Talk about Puerto Rico every day. Lin-Manuel said that, and I loved it. He said, keep Puerto Rico in your conversation every day. Don't
That's
forget
right.
the people. Don't forget the animals.
Absolutely.
They need us.
And you are doing such a great job. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Lauren.
Andrea.
Thank you.
That was so special. And even since we did that, there have been more disasters there.
Yes, the earthquakes. People are leaving the island again and abandoning their animals, putting them out in the streets to actually fend for themselves. So what was once catastrophic is now mind-boggling.
It is really, it's a dire
so
situation.
Sad. The news feed I see every day, it breaks my heart. I have nightmares.
It makes me cry, and then I think about everything that you're doing to help out. I love when you put up pictures on social media of some of the dogs that have found homes or ones that are looking,
New
and then there's
lives.
stories. Of course, you know, Simba was my favorite story.
Simba the husky, yes.
All right, when we come back, we are going to meet Heidi, who is your partner here today from Yorkie 911, another fabulous rescue
Heidi.
organization. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to Lauren's Crazy Pet Show. We are still on location here at the most marvelous fundraiser. This is Heidi. She is the founder of Yorkie 911, and she has a little baby on her lap,
Tika.
who's actually up for adoption.
Yep, she's 4 months old and she's up for adoption. Her mama was a Yorkie. We don't know what her daddy was.
He was a good-looking daddy,
Oh
though.
yeah, oh yeah. She's such a sweetheart. And we get so many amazing dogs. I can't even put into words how filled my heart gets from doing this.
And you do such wonderful work. We want everyone to know all about Yorkie 911. So we actually visited your home base. So please take a look at this.
My name is Heidi Walker. And I started Yorkie 911 Rescue in 2010, mainly because we found the need for a small breed dog rescue here on Long Island. Initially, we started with just Yorkies, like these little guys on my lap, but we quickly found that there's a huge need for all small breed dogs. So we opened it up and we have rehomed over 1,500 dogs in the past 10 years, and all breeds, from Yorkies to Chihuahuas to Maltese, Poodles, Pomeranians, Jackrabbits like this one, and just opening our homes and our hearts so we could find homes for these little dogs that need us. What we were finding was we were getting a lot of owner surrender calls. That's just people who can't, for some reason, keep their dog, whether it's due to financial reasons, the dogs are ill and they can't take care of them anymore, somebody passes away, or if somebody has to move. 90% of the dogs we take are owner surrenders. But we also work with a lot of shelters, a lot of local shelters here on Long Island, in Manhattan, actually one in Baltimore, where we take in a lot of small breed dogs so that they're not used as bait in dog fighting rings. All the dogs are completely vetted. Dr. Wheat takes every single one of our dogs for an exam. They get their vaccines, spaying and neutering on every dog, dentals, because with the small breed dogs, their teeth are really in bad shape, especially the ones that come into rescue. So we take care of that and any other major surgery that needs to be done. Once they've gone through all of that, then they're in a foster home and we try to evaluate them to see what kind of home would be best for them. Here at my house, we generally have about 15 foster dogs on a daily basis. I have had up to 25. Does get a little crazy, but they have a nice big piece of property and they get to run around. And we have amazing volunteers who come here to the house several times a day, and they help. They sign up, they come, they let the dogs out, they clean up after them, they play with them, they pet them, and just basically really give them some love and affection and socialize them so that they can go into a forever home.
I see you. I see you. I see you.
So I just want to tell you about a couple of very special dogs that we have in rescue right now. This is Ingrid. who's going to be known as Heidi when she gets adopted. She actually came into the rescue with very, very bad ear issues. They look like cauliflower growing out of her ears. So she had to have 2 separate surgeries, very extensive surgeries, and it's been a tough recovery for her. But she is a happy girl now, and she's going to be having an adoption in about 2 weeks when she gets her stitches out, and then she's going to go to her forever home. We take in a lot of special needs cases. We don't run away when a dog needs a major surgery, and that's one of the main reasons that we are here, is to help the dogs that need us the most. It's not just about the cute ones and the easy to adopt ones. We want to help the dogs that really need our help the most. So when Ingrid came in and we saw what those ears were like and the pain that she must have been suffering for such a long time, we knew we had no choice but to help her out. And so she had her surgeries and she's going to her new home. There's another dog that's been with us for over a year now. His name is Gumball. And Gumball is a Yorkie who is blind, but just as a blind person learns their surroundings, he knows the home inside and out. He can go up and down the steps, he goes outside by himself, and if I had not told you he was blind, you wouldn't even notice it until possibly he fell off of something. But he's been with us a year now, and not one application has come in because he's blind. He is a very sweet boy. He needs somebody who will give him time to adjust. Certain dogs like that, they need time. For the rescue, one of our most important issues is not having enough foster homes. It's the only way that we can continue to take more dogs is if we continue to grow. And even though I can take a large number of fosters here, they always do better in a smaller, not a smaller home, but just in a smaller situation where there's not as many dogs that they have to fight for attention or learn to get along with. So if you're at all interested in becoming a foster home or becoming a volunteer, we would be thrilled to have you, especially dogs like Ingrid who need a lot of attention. But fostering and volunteering, and if not for us, for a local rescue near you, somebody, all the shelters need help. All of the rescues on Long Island and across the country need help. So we urge you to open up your hearts and your homes and become a volunteer or a foster.
Oh, Heidi, you do such wonderful work, and look at this.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a labor of love.
A labor of love. Oh my goodness. And this is just one example. As we saw in the story, you have so many wonderful dogs. Thank you for everything you do. Really, huge fan. You got to support Yorkie 911.
Thank you.
We're going to come right back. We're still having a blast.
Yes.
So stay tuned, everybody. Ooh. Welcome back, everybody, to Lauren's Crazy Pet Show. We are still having a blast at the
Grammys.
A wonderful, wonderful party. And you have met Andrea, and you have met Heidi. And Heidi has a little pup for adoption there.
This is Bean.
Bean?
Bean is a 5-year-old Chihuahua who's been looking for his home for a couple of months now.
Oh, that face, he's so adorable. And look who we found at the party. We have Rick and Judy, who are foster failures for Heidi.
Twice.
I don't know how, Judy, you love dogs just as much as Rick, because now you have a basketball team and you have a poker team.
That's right, that's right.
I love it. Okay, let's take a look.
And Red is investigating. Play ball, Callie picks it up. Pass, good girl, she passed it way back there, good pass. Choco picks it up, Ruby picks it up. Pick and roll.
Yes, these are adorable Yorkies, and they are playing basketball. And this is their dad, Rick.
Yay! Score, score!
You have a whole team here.
We have a whole team, 5 dogs, 3 of them play basketball, 2 are cheerleaders.
And not only do they play basketball, but they do a whole lot of different tricks, including playing poker.
Playing poker. I believe, my theory has always been, if you teach your dog to do tricks, they learn how to make you smile. And nothing makes a dog happier than that they can make you smile. She's a puppy, she's 10 years old. She always wants to kiss her. When she gets too close, she says, back off, back off. But when they do tricks together, they get along great.
And people should know that many of your dogs, they're rescues. So you said you started with Judy finding a dog.
Probably 22 years ago, Judy found Jilly Dog, who went on to become well-known the world over, really. She found her on the street, and she was a sickly little dog. We nursed her back to health. I started training her to do things. I always train tricks. If somebody's just visiting me, I'll teach their dog to do something because it makes them happy. It makes them excited. And they get along better when the tricks go on. So I taught Jilly Dog how to do tricks, and I taught her how to play poker. A friend of mine said, let's put it on YouTube. This is about 17 years ago. I said, what's YouTube? So we put it on YouTube, and it got, back then, it got like 450,000 hits, which is a lot back then. Nowadays, it's nothing. But then we started going on TV shows and became...
Including
became a
Pet
fan.
Talk.
Including your wonderful...
We go back way back.
It's so wonderful to be here with you again. It really, really is.
I've followed your career ever since and was so excited to be able to come here today and talk about it and share it with people, because I think they'll be very surprised that, again, you teach them everything and you say it's really not that hard.
I never claimed to be a professional trainer. I never claimed to be a behaviorist. That's a whole different thing. But I find you can accomplish a lot of that by training them to do tricks, because you get their attention. Sometimes people in the family will say, I don't really like dogs. But they start doing tricks and seeing tricks, then everybody gets into it. It's a good way to bring the family together, too.
And I know today we have some of your wonderful neighbors here who are watching the tricks and loving it and enjoying it so much. They're dog lovers as well. But I think what people would be surprised at some of the reactions that you get.
Little kids love it, and senior citizens love it. We also go to offices. We've been asked to go. We do like team building with offices, where we'll go into the office and everybody will take turn doing tricks and so on.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
And which you will do too. So we want everyone to know that you will travel to different events and such.
We were lucky. We went to Italy.
Wow.
They brought us there to perform at the World Dog Show in San Marino. We went to Sweden. We did a show in Stockholm, Sweden. But we travel all over.
Now you are involved in so many different projects, and one of them is a movie. And it's really kind of special because the artist that we met, Susan Bahary, who did a beautiful bronze of Stubby, also did a beautiful bronze of a little Yorkie, who was a canine hero, Smoky, and now your Ruby is playing her in the movie. A lot of people assumed that Smoky was a boy because he was a war hero, but Smoky is a her, and Ruby got the part of that. We're so thrilled to have done that because Bill Wynn is the person who the movie was about. He's an old-time friend of ours because we were involved with Yorkshire Terrier National Rescue, and we were volunteers with them, and Bill was one of the members of that. And he would tell these stories about Smoky and the war. He's such a wonderful storyteller. So then when it came time for the movie, they came here, our dogs auditioned, and Ruby got the part. I love it. Congratulations for that. Now you have 5. 5 dogs, tell me their names, and most are Yorkies, but not all. There's Ruby, there's Callie, Jakey, there's Coco, and Red. And so, Rick, how does it make you feel when you see people reacting and you see the dogs so happy? It just must make you feel so good. You know, it really, I look at pictures sometimes afterwards, and I hadn't seen I don't stare at the audience, and I see these faces, I'm thrilled about it. I love the response we get all over the place because of that. Newsday did a half-page obituary about Jilly Dog because she had touched so many people. You know, and we remember her well, too. Yeah, you were wonderful to her, and we loved being on your show. Oh, that was so great. You guys are terrific. And you say the secret is being very patient. Very patient, 5 minutes a day. Too many people do 1 to 2 hours a week. 5 minutes a day, a little bit at a time, and take your time. Where can people find you? I know you're on Instagram? Facebook. Facebook, Rick Karen, Facebook. Heidi, where can we find you?
Yorkie911rescue.com.
And Andrea, where can we find you?
ProudRescuers.org.
This has been Lauren's Crazy Pet Show.